It was a sunny Tuesday afternoon when my quiet life at Willow Lake turned into a nightmare. The doorbell shattered my work-from-home focus. Through the peephole, I saw Karen Mitchell, the Willow Grove HOA president, arms crossed, her diamond earrings glinting as she tapped her heel. I braced myself and opened the door. "Hi, Karen. What's up?" I asked, forcing a smile despite our tense history. She skipped pleasantries. "The board held an emergency meeting about your new gate," she snapped. "You've blocked the lake path everyone's used for decades." I blinked, confused. "That path's on my property. I checked the deed when I bought this place last year." Her smile was cold. "The board voted unanimously. You need to give us a key. Homeowners are furious about the extra 10-minute walk to the lake." My gut tightened. I'd built that gate after finding beer cans and trash on my lawn for weeks. "Karen, I verified with the county. That path is private. It's mine, not a community shortcut." Her face reddened. "That path predates you. There's established use." "I consulted my lawyer," I countered. "No easement exists, and my no trespassing signs for 6 months kill any claim of established use." Karen's eyes narrowed. "HOA bylaws mandate maintaining community aesthetics and access. Your gate violates Section 7. Section 7 covers community property," I said, thankful I'd slogged through the bylaws. "My land isn't community property." She stepped closer, voice low. "The board can make life hell for troublemakers. Last year, Tom Reynolds fought us on his deck. He got $95,000 in fines and a lien. Hand over the key, and this ends." A chill hit me. Was this a threat? "We're done, Karen. Talk to my lawyer." I handed her my attorney's card and shut the door as she fumed. Through the window, I saw her storm off, already on her phone. I called my lawyer, Steve Larson, and explained. "Document everything," he urged. "We'll need proof if they escalate." That night I couldn't sleep. At 11:45 p.m., my phone pinged with a security alert. The app showed 3 figures at my gate. I recognized Karen's sleek ponytail, plus David Carter, the HOA treasurer, and Brian Walsh, the facilities manager. David held bolt cutters. I hit record and dialed 911. "Someone's trying to break into my property," I told the dispatcher, voice shaking. By the time I got downstairs, the doorbell rang. Officer Greg Thompson stood there, flashlight in hand. "We got a call about trespassers." I showed him the footage. "That's the HOA board trying to cut my lock." He frowned. "Let's check it out." At the gate, the trio was gone, but my padlock had deep scratches. Footprints marked the soil. "This is attempted breaking," Greg said, filing a report. "Keep that camera rolling." Then the headlights flashed. Karen and David stepped out of an SUV. "Officer, thank goodness," Karen cooed. "We were checking the community property that this homeowner illegally blocked." Greg's eyes flicked to me. "Ma'am, county records say this is private property. You were recorded trying to damage a lock after hours." Karen's charm faltered. "This is an HOA matter. We have bylaws." "Bylaws don't trump state law," Greg cut in. "Consult your attorney before actions that could be criminal trespassing or vandalism." After they left, he told me, "Call us if they return." I barely slept. By morning, my inbox had 5 HOA violation notices: hedge height, mailbox color, unapproved garden, excessive water use, and unsafe security modifications. Each carried a $100 daily fine. The fight was on. At 6:30 a.m., my phone buzzed with neighbor texts. "Did you block the lake? Emergency meeting tonight about your gate." I checked the Willow Grove app. Karen had posted, "Urgent, homeowner blocks historic lake access. Emergency meeting, 7 p.m. A photo of my gate was captioned, "Destroying community value." Comments piled up, calling me selfish. I was livid. I called Steve. "They're turning everyone against me." These violations are retaliation. Photograph your property, he said. Get your survey from the county. At the clerk's office, the worker whispered, You're not the first. The HOA's been claiming private lakefronts as community access for years. They tried altering zoning maps in 2019. She handed me my deed and survey, confirming my property extended to the lake, no easements. I photographed my complaint property and filmed the property's boundaries. At 4:30 p.m., I returned home to find my lock destroyed, replaced with an HOA padlock and a note. Community access restored. Contact HOA for key. They'd vandalized my property in daylight. I called the police. Officer Lisa Hayes arrived, photographing the scene. This is vandalism and trespassing. Press charges? Yes, I said. And I want a restraining order. My neighbor, Martha Evans, approached, whispering. I saw Karen, David, and their handyman with bolt cutters at noon. My bird camera caught it. Would you testify? I asked. She nodded. I'm sick of their bullying. They fined me for my fountain, calling it unapproved. I've had it for 20 years. Officer Hayes confirmed that Martha's footage strengthened the case. Then David called. Drop the charges, and we'll forgive the gate issue. He hissed. Karen knows your boss. Think about your job. I hung up, shaking with rage. I bought a heavy-duty lock, installed more cameras, and posted a sign. Private property. Trespassers prosecuted. 24-hour surveillance. At the 7 p.m. meeting, I arrived with Steve, carrying documents. The room hushed. Karen, at the podium, sneered. This is a private meeting. No outsiders. Steve stepped up. I represent a homeowner who has every right to attend. This meeting also violates bylaws requiring 2 weeks' notice. Any votes are invalid. Murmurs spread. Karen's grip on her microphone tightened. A knock silenced her. Officer Hayes entered with 2 cops. Karen Mitchell, David Carter, Brian Walsh, we need to discuss the property destruction reported today. Chaos erupted. Neighbors shouted. Martha slipped me a note. Check HOA finances. $4,000 for lake access last year. No maintenance done. This wasn't just about my gate anymore. The next morning, Karen and the board blocked my driveway. I recorded as Karen demanded I drop the police report. The board deems your actions hostile, she said. David added, Be reasonable, or this gets ugly. Are you threatening me? I asked, phone visible. We're protecting tradition, Karen snapped. My husband knows the mayor. I run charities. You're making enemies. I held up my survey. This changes nothing. Move, or I'm late for work. They parted, but Karen shoved an envelope at me. $500 special assessment for security due to your issues. At work, I forwarded the recording to Steve and Officer Hayes. Neighbors texted about another emergency meeting for homeowners in good standing. Martha called, panicked. They're voting to lien your house for $120,000 in violations, claiming 3 years of warnings. I never got warnings, I gasped. It's fabricated, Martha said. Karen showed charts of your noncompliance. I rallied Steve and Officer Hayes. At the community center, the lot was packed. Martha texted, Karen's calling your gate hostile. David says it's tanking property values. Hurry! We entered, and 50 neighbors stared. Karen's projector showed my gate, circled in red. This is private, she barked, spotting Steve. I'm a homeowner, I said. These are my guests. Steve added, This meeting's illegal. We have evidence of harassment, vandalism, and fraud targeting my client. I held up my survey. This path is private. Always has been. A man shouted. Karen, you said it was deeded community property. No easement exists, Steve said. Officer Hayes held up my broken lock. We have footage and fingerprints of board members tampering with this. The room exploded. A woman yelled at Karen. "You said he vandalized community property." Karen pounded her gavel, but control slipped. My neighbor, Paul, an accountant, whispered, "They charged us $40 quarterly for lake maintenance on your land." Steve noted, "That's potential fraud." Martha rallied neighbors, sharing her own HOA horror stories. Karen tried a last jab. "Outsiders like him ruin our traditions." I faced the crowd. "I'm a homeowner protecting my rights. Your board's been charging you for my private property and pocketing it." Voices demanded proof. Officer Hayes said, "I'd like to see their documentation. It's part of our investigation." Karen adjourned the meeting, fleeing with David. Neighbors swarmed me, sharing tales of HOA abuse. Paul said, "I've questioned their finances for years. No detailed reports, just summaries. Where's the money?" In court, Steve presented a bombshell, an HOA brochure advertising my path as community lake access, used to justify $127,000 in payments to a fake company, Lakeside Maintenance LLC, tied to Karen's account. Neighbors gasped. Martha cried, "They threatened to foreclose on me over $300. Detective Ryan Brooks revealed a 3-month tax fraud probe, sparked by my case. Karen, David, and Brian faced charges for embezzlement, fraud, and conspiracy. As Karen was cuffed, she glared at me. "This isn't over." News vans flooded our street. An administrator took over the HOA, revealing fake vendors and kickbacks. A new board, led by Martha, was elected. They recovered 60% of the stolen funds and built a true community lake access with a dock and picnic area. 6 months later, in the DA's office, Prosecutor Emily Chin said, "Your records expose city council corruption tied to Karen and Walsh development." Outside, Willow Grove bloomed. Neighbors waved. Paul jogged over. "The new access is better than your path, no offense." "None taken," I laughed. A court letter confirmed Karen's plea deal, community service and restitution. At a meeting, Martha presented plans for the new access, under budget. Detective Brooks whispered, "Councilman Walsh resigned. The FBI is probing zoning officials. You up for it?" I thought of the vandalism, the threats. "Yes," I said. At home, I unlocked my gate, the lake sparkling. My phone chimed Martha's text. "Board approved your garden expansion. Congrats." A mailbox card, signed by neighbors, read, "Some close gates. You open doors. Thank you." What do you think? Was I right to fight, or should I have given in? Share your thoughts below. Have you faced HOA battles or stood up to bullies? Let's debate. Your story could spark the next big reveal. Hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life dramas.